Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, dear viewers. Have you ever experienced a moment when you suddenly feel that someone is thinking about you, even though they are not physically present? In Islam, the heart holds profound significance, and Allah has placed within it the ability to connect with others in ways beyond the physical realm. Today we will explore 5 clear signs that someone may be thinking about you from the heart, according to Islamic teachings, and how these connections can reflect Allah's wisdom and mercy. Before we begin, here's a question to reflect upon. Have you ever felt the presence of someone in your heart or sensed their thoughts without them reaching out? Share your experiences in the comments below, as these moments often hold deeper spiritual meanings. Understanding these signs is not just about curiosity. It's about recognizing the divine connections that Allah places between people. By paying attention to these subtle indications, we can appreciate the unseen ways Allah strengthens relationships, encourages prayers for one another, and nurtures heartfelt bonds. Stay tuned as we delve into each of these signs, helping us become more aware of the spiritual connections in our lives. In Islam, the heart is a powerful vessel, capable of connecting with others in ways that go beyond physical presence. One of the first signs that someone is thinking about you from the heart is a sudden, unexplained sense of their presence. You might feel their energy or emotions even when they are far away, or notice thoughts about them coming into your mind unexpectedly. This isn't mere coincidence. It can be a reflection of Allah's wisdom in creating subtle spiritual links between people who care for one another. Another sign is an unexpected surge of emotion related to that person. You may feel sudden warmth, concern, or longing for someone without any clear reason. In Islam, such emotions can be signs that Allah is allowing their thoughts, prayers, or feelings to reach you. This connection can serve as a reminder to make dua for them or to reflect on the bonds that Allah has placed in our hearts, showing how the unseen works in our lives. Dreams can also signal that someone is thinking of you. It is common in Islamic tradition for dreams to carry messages or reflections from the unseen world. Seeing someone in your dream, especially if the encounter leaves a strong emotional impression, may indicate that their heart is reaching out to yours through Allah's guidance. These moments are subtle yet meaningful, reminding us of the deep spiritual connections that exist between hearts. Lastly, a key indicator is an impulse to pray for that person. Even if you don't consciously know why, you may suddenly feel the urge to make dua for someone. This often happens when they are already keeping you in their prayers. In Islam, dua has a profound spiritual effect, not only bringing mercy and blessings to the one being prayed for, but also reinforcing the spiritual connection between hearts. When this feeling arises, it's a reminder to respond in kind, asking Allah to protect and guide both yourself and the person thinking of you. In Islam, the heart is the center of sincerity, emotion, and divine connection. When someone keeps you in their heart, it often manifests in subtle ways that align with the mercy and design of Allah. One of the most profound signs is feeling sudden tranquility or comfort during a difficult time, without any clear reason. You might be stressed, anxious, or overwhelmed, and then, without warning, a wave of calmness enters your heart. This peace could be the result of someone's heartfelt dua for you. Allah may accept their prayer at that very moment, sending you reassurance through unseen means. Another sign is when you find yourself remembering that person frequently, even though there's no direct interaction or recent event that would prompt those thoughts. This repeated remembrance may be Allah's way of showing that your hearts are spiritually connected. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said that hearts are like armies. Those that are familiar with each other are drawn together, and those that differ are pushed apart. So when your thoughts keep returning to someone, it could be a reflection of that unseen harmony Allah has placed between your souls. You may also notice shared emotions or experiences that occur simultaneously. For example, you might suddenly feel sadness only to later discover that the person you were thinking of was going through something difficult at that exact time. These moments are not coincidences. They are subtle reminders of how Allah connects hearts across distances. In such instances, Islam teaches us to respond with empathy and dua, asking Allah to ease their burden and strengthen the bond of faith that ties believers together. Lastly, when you begin to make dua for someone without consciously deciding to, it can be a sign that they are keeping you in their heart as well. Allah often inspires believers to pray for one another as a form of mutual mercy. When someone's name or image appears in your mind during prayer, take it as a sign that Allah may be guiding you to include them in your supplications. In doing so, you not only strengthen your connection with them, but you also gain Allah's pleasure. For the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "The dua of a Muslim for his brother in his absence is accepted." In Islam, no connection between two hearts happens by accident. Every bond, whether through love, friendship, or faith, is part of Allah's divine design. One of the most subtle ways Allah connects hearts is through mutual remembrance. You may think of someone, and at the same time they are thinking of you. This simultaneous connection isn't coincidence. It's Allah's way of reminding both of you that your hearts are aligned through sincerity and care. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "Souls are like recruited soldiers. Those that recognize one another will come together." This recognition, even when unseen, is a sign that Allah has joined your hearts for a reason. Another way Allah connects hearts is through answered du'as made in secret. Sometimes you might pray for someone's well-being, and that very person later feels relief, peace, or success without even knowing that you prayed for them. In that moment, Allah is strengthening a connection of mercy between your souls. Such hidden acts of kindness carry immense reward and build unseen spiritual ties that remain even when words or physical distance separate people. A third way is emotional reflection. When you feel what another person is going through without being told. You might sense their sadness, joy, or unease, and your heart responds with empathy. This sensitivity, when guided by faith, is one of the most beautiful signs of spiritual connection in Islam. It reminds us that Allah places compassion in the hearts of believers so they can support and uplift each other, even without direct communication. Lastly, Allah connects hearts through shared spiritual experiences. You and another person might begin reflecting on the same Quranic verse, make dua for the same goal, or feel moved by the same act of worship, all without knowing the other is doing the same. These moments serve as divine reminders that Allah unites hearts that are sincere in faith. When two people seek Him with pure intentions, their connection transcends time, distance, and circumstance. It's a reflection of Allah's mercy that through Him hearts can meet even when bodies are apart. When Allah places someone in your heart repeatedly, it's not without purpose. In Islam, every thought, emotion, and connection carries meaning. One of the most powerful signs that someone's heart is reaching out to you is consistent remembrance. If a person keeps appearing in your thoughts, especially during times of reflection, prayer, or quiet, this may be a divine nudge. It could mean that Allah is reminding you to pray for them, forgive them, or reconnect in goodness. Nothing in the heart happens without Allah's will, and sometimes He allows these feelings to awaken compassion, gratitude, or healing between people. Another clear sign of divine connection is spiritual resonance. when your soul feels at peace when you think of a particular person. It's not attachment or obsession, but rather a calm sense of understanding, as if Allah has placed familiarity between your hearts. This tranquility can be a gift, reminding you of the importance of sincere bonds built on faith. Such peace is often a result of mutual prayers, forgiveness, and sincerity, qualities that Allah blesses among believers. At times, Allah may show divine alignment through signs or timing. You might think of someone and receive a message from them moments later, or find that your paths cross unexpectedly after a long period of silence. These are not random coincidences. In Islam, Allah is Al-Latif, the subtle one, who arranges encounters in moments with precision. When hearts are connected for good, He brings them together at the right time, in the right way, to fulfill a higher purpose, whether it's to offer support, learn a lesson, or strengthen faith. Lastly, recognizing divine connections requires spiritual awareness and gratitude. Instead of dismissing these moments as mere thoughts or emotions, view them as signs of Allah's mercy. If someone comes to your heart often, make dua for them. If you feel at peace remembering them, thank Allah for the bond. And if you feel pain when you think of them, seek Allah's help to purify that feeling. Every emotion, connection, or thought rooted in sincerity is an opportunity to grow closer to Allah. Through these unseen connections, He reminds us that the hearts of the believers are never truly apart. They are bound together through His divine will. Sometimes Allah allows hearts to communicate without a single word being spoken. This connection, beyond speech, distance, or explanation, is one of the most beautiful signs of divine harmony. One of the clearest ways this manifests is through a sudden emotional shift linked to someone else. You might feel a surge of peace, sadness, or joy without knowing why, only to later discover that the person you care about was going through something similar. In Islam, this isn't coincidence. It's a reflection of how Allah unites hearts through mercy and empathy. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "The believers in their mutual love and compassion are like one body. If one part feels pain, the whole body responds with wakefulness and fever." This hadith beautifully captures how hearts can feel each other's emotions, even from afar. Another subtle way hearts communicate is through unexpected guidance or inspiration. At times, you may suddenly feel compelled to reach out to someone, check on them, or make dua for them, only to later learn that they needed help or were struggling at that exact moment. This is not mere intuition. It is Allah's way of using the bond between believers for good. He places compassion in your heart as a means of mercy for someone else. When this happens, it's important to respond, to send a kind message, offer a prayer, or simply wish them well. These small acts may carry profound spiritual impact. A third way hearts speak without words is through shared prayers and intentions. When two people pray for each other without the other's knowledge, Allah connects their hearts in the unseen. The Prophet, peace be upon him, taught that when a Muslim prays for his brother or sister in their absence, an angel responds by saying, "Ameen," and for you the same. This divine reciprocity strengthens the bond between souls, making prayer not only an act of worship but also a bridge of mercy between hearts. Finally, true connection in Islam transcends worldly boundaries. When hearts are sincere and united by faith, even silence becomes a form of communication. The love, concern, and compassion that Allah plants between believers are reflections of His own mercy. So when you feel that someone is thinking of you, or when your heart turns to them without reason, remember, It may be Allah reminding you of the power of connection. Cherish it, nurture it through dua, and let your heart remain open to the unseen ways Allah allows souls to meet, even without a single word spoken. As we come to the end of this discussion, remember that the connections between hearts are not random. They are part of Allah's divine plan. In Islam, love, compassion, and remembrance between people are signs of His mercy and wisdom. When someone keeps you in their thoughts or prayers, it's not merely emotion. It's a reflection of Allah's will working through the hearts of His servants. These unseen bonds remind us that true connection doesn't always require words or presence. Sometimes it is felt through sincerity, prayer, and the quiet peace that Allah places within us. If you've ever felt that someone is thinking about you, or if your heart often turns to another person in remembrance, take it as a sign to make dua. Pray for them, wish them goodness, and thank Allah for placing love and care in your heart. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, taught that when believers pray for each other in their absence, angels respond with Ameen, and the same for you. This is how hearts remain connected through Allah's mercy, by giving, praying, and caring sincerely for one another. Before you leave, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Have you ever experienced any of these signs? Share your reflections below, and let's remind one another of how beautifully Allah connects hearts. If this message touched your heart, write "Connected by Allah" in the comments, to affirm that every sincere bond we feel is a reminder of His divine presence. Until next time, may Allah keep your heart pure, your soul at peace, and your connections blessed by His light.